Okay, this is my Pacman board. So taking it off now, there was a ribbon cable under here, and I'm just going to rock this back and forth, this little daughter board here. Okay, I'm just going to set that aside. There was a ribbon cable right here, and that's where the Z80 goes. So I have a Z80 processor. That goes there, and then you replace these ROMs, which I got copies of all these ROMs, and you also have to replace 2 color PROMs, and those are 4A, which is right here, this one, and the other one is 7F, which is right here. So those are the 2 color PROMs, and if I'm not mistaken, those change the maize color, because the maize color is a little different on Pacman Plus, but these I think are interchangeable with Pacman or Miss Pacman. Okay, I just want to show here on 4A, if you can see, let's see here, maybe you can see there's a little notch. It's on this end. That's the, right there, you can see it. And I think that on the boards, all of these, let's see, notches are going to be on the same end, but I just want to double check. So 4A is right there, and then in the 4A PROM that I'm going to replace, and let's see, where is this? Right here, you can see right there. So that's the end that's going to go. So I'm just going to kind of set it here beside it in the right direction, and then I'll replace it. I just want to point that out because you want to get the chip going in the right direction. They all have, I think they're all kind of the same. You can see the little nub right there, or right there. I don't know what the proper term for that is. I'm calling it a nub. But anyway, that's you want to make sure they're the right direction. Okay. Okay. Hopefully the glare is not too bad, and you'll be able to see this. But I thought I would just show it because it's kind of a cool thing. So this is the 4A PROM. It's a color PROM. So I'm just going to kind of carefully slide my little screwdriver in underneath. Alright, that's off, and it actually says 4A on it, which is kind of cool. So there's that one, and this is the other one. I got the little notch there, so we'll line it up and just pinch the legs in a little bit. Just don't want to break them. But these are, like I said, they're not expensive. I think this was $10 for the PROMs. I think that was right. Alright. There's one in, that's the 4A, and the other one is 7F, which is back here. And the little knob is the same direction, so. There went flying, and it actually, it's really cool. So it says 7F on it as well, so I don't have to worry about it being labeled 7F midway. I mean, this is all the original stuff. So that's out. Not that I want to convert this back to a Pacman Plus. I don't think I would. I think if I were going to convert this to a if I wanted to play Pacman Plus, if I want to do any other upgrade, I may get the high score save kit, which I think is out there. But you know, honestly, I don't really. Okay, I just want to. I don't think I'm going to do that. So, you know, this doesn't. I don't see a knob on here, which is kind of odd. Little nub, but I'm going to go with the. I mean, I don't really see it. I don't see it there. I'll lift it up that there, and I definitely don't see it on the other side, which is kind of odd. But I'm going to say, you know what, they're probably aligned the same way. That's a pretty decent guess, I think. And we're going to go with that. And we're going to see. And I'll just remember if something's a little bit off with the color or something, then maybe that was the issue. I think that's probably it. So I'm going to put that on there. Right in. That's super easy. Wow. And then I'm just going to go down the line on these. Actually, what I think I'm going to do, the Twisty Wrist, they gave me these. Not they packed them really nice. I'm just going to put these back in here. So the original ones are in there while I'm here, while I'm like doing it right now. And then kind of tape up the bottom. Again, I'll put these in a little Ziploc bag, but now they're neat out of the way. Let's get these ROMs done next. Okay, this should go. Oh, and I will say, so I knew I needed because I'd asked around on Claw, and I knew one of the guys who told me that I needed the color PROMs and the ROMs. I did not realize I needed the Z80 processor. But the fellow at the Twisty Wrist Arcade, he told me that. He said, oh, if you're going to do that change, you need the Z80 processor as well. And just went ahead and sent, just billed me the extra $5, and I put it on we shipped it all together and everything. So just a big shout out to them. That's super cool. Because look, I never worked on a Pacman before. I don't know this, and he knew, and just like everybody in this hobby, people are sharing what they do know and their expertise in different areas. They're sharing it, with other people. So here are the chips I want to replace, the ROMs, and then I've got this fast ROM in case I want to go with the fast mod. I'm not going to do that yet. And then touch there. And then I've got the Z80 CPU, which I'm going to put in. But the fast one I'm going to keep. I'm going to keep that set aside. I may use it. I don't know. I'm not really sure. So let's see. First things first. Let's take these off. Now these are already numbered. So this is 5E. So I'm gonna do it, and the notch is really apparent right there. It's right there. So I'm gonna just start on this end and work the other way. Just be real careful. Like I said, I'm probably not going to ever put this back to Pacman Plus, but there's no, I'm just going to keep them. There's no reason to get rid of them, or to, I'll just keep them, and I'll probably put them in a little Ziploc bag and tape them or staple them up on the inside of the cab, and maybe, I don't know, we'll see. That's what I think I'll do. Should probably think about getting one of those chip pullers, but all right, that's in there. That's what do they say? They call it rinse and repeat, right? So next, 5F, which is right here. The notch. But actually, I have a smaller, even a smaller screwdriver than that one, even a thinner one. So maybe that one will get in there. I will say this is a really nice board in the fact that it's already labeled 5F right there, and it's labeled out on a grid too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then A, B, C, D, E, and E, F. So it's boom. It's really easy to find this stuff as well, which is nice. There we go. Yeah, this one was a little tougher. But I don't want to tear up. I don't want to tear these chips up. I mean, I want to be careful with them. Here's the 5F. Put it back in. Go, and this is 6E right there, 6E, and these chips are all labeled too. As I'm pulling out, so I don't even have to label them. They're actually labeled 6E right there. There's 6E. I don't have a ROM burner or reader writer or whatever. I'm thinking about getting one because I have, I'm kind of enjoying the hobby, and although this is, like I said, these aren't expensive if you have somebody else do it. It's not expensive to do. I think these are like $5 a piece, but I kind of think it'd be kind of fun too, you know, to be honest. I think it'd be fun, and it would also be nice if I wanted to check a board. Like if I had a board that I wasn't sure about, I could check the ROMs then. At least I could check them and say, oh yeah, they, pop them in and say, yeah, they read correct. So that's 6F. Whereas now I don't have that opportunity to do it. I don't have that chance to do that. So. There we go. Let me double check. All lined up before I push. Yep, that's good. 6H. That is lined up good. And then 6J. 6J, and the notches are all lined up. Be careful with that. There we go. Alright, so we've done the PROMs, 4A and 7F, and then we did these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ROMs. And the speed ROM, if you ever do that, is a 6F, right? But I'm leaving it original right now, but I've got it if I want to do it. And now I'm going to put the Z80 in, and that actually goes where the ribbon cable went. And I did not know I needed it, and I didn't know where it went. That the fellow over at Twisty Wrist said, yeah, you need that processor, and it goes where the ribbon cable went, so the processor must be in that little black little adapted thing that they did for Pacman Plus, you know. So just make sure that fits up, and you got the notch there. Looks good. That looks pretty good. Okay, and then the last thing we need to do is, this is another daughter board. Now, of course, I remembered that this little writing was to the bottom part of the board, away from this. But you don't even have to remember that. There's a little notch there, and the notch is there, and all the notches are the same way. So you can just I can put that on. This is just another daughter board, and it fits. You have to take it off in order to put the Z. You have to take it off because it covers up the processor and a couple of these ROMs. So let me tilt this up so I get a good view. I don't want to. I think that probably. All right. I think that's all you have to do. Now I think I just have to put it back in the. Okay. Now everything's back in. I just forgot to put that one grounding strap back up there on the interference board, which I don't even think you need, but I went ahead and, I mean, it was on there, so I went ahead and put it on there. Let's turn this on and see what happens. Okay, looks like Pacman now. Let's credits up, okay. Nice. I mean, I'm horrible at Pacman, but let's go ahead and die. All right, so we have we've converted our Pacman Plus back to a Pacman, and it wasn't too bad. Didn't take that long. Let's see. Nice. Let's get that cherry. There we go. And then we'll let it die. Alright, that's success. So I'm going to zip it back up for now. The only other thing I want to do on this cab is I may check out doing a cab kit on the board, although it's functioning fine now, but maybe preventive maintenance. I still want to put the marquee back on, and then maybe do a little bit of cleaning and repaint some of the black and maybe even the control panel. But I think that's enough for this video. And it's so dark out here in my garage. It's just, I'm standing where the light is. But there's my Pacman converted over. Very happy. Alright, nice. And thanks to the guys at the Twisty Wrist. That's a big help. Made it easy. Alright, bye.